This is the weekend edition of iFiber One News, where we present some of the top stories from this week and your weekend weather forecast. I'm Bethany Jenks. Stay tuned for the weekend edition of iFiber One News.
From the iFiber One HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is iFiber One News, your number one source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is iFiber One News, and it starts now.
One of our top stories for this week was about a 2013 Moses Lake High School graduate and former Mola Hyatt who was recently diagnosed with breast cancer, and how students are showing their support. Reporter Jeff Chu has the story.
Moses Lake High School's Mola Hyatt's dance and drill team members all have one thing in common. They love and support Kaylee Stein. Kaylee, a 2013 graduate of Moses Lake High and former Mola Hyatt, was recently diagnosed with breast cancer and is undergoing treatment. For her senior project, Mola Hyatt Bailey Hamilton is selling pink t-shirts and wristbands to raise money to help Kaylee and her family with their medical expenses. Bailey has been friends and danced with Kaylee Stein since they were little girls.
Once I found out about Kaylee, I was thinking about all the events where we do pink night and stuff, and I was like, that's perfect for my situation. So I decided that it was a good thing and definitely to help out Kaylee.
She's asking Moses Lake High School students and other cancer survivors attending the Chiefs' Friday night home football game at Lions Field to wear pink to show support for Kaylee. The Mola Hyatts will honor Kaylee with a pink out show at the game to help instill awareness of the fact that breast cancer is also a threat to teenage girls.
Because of breast cancer awareness around our community, Kaylee found out that she had cancer. She knew of the signs that led to breast cancer, and so because of breast cancer awareness, she was able to find the cancer very early.
Quincy Wilkes, also a Mola Hyatt team captain who dances with Bailey Hamilton at Today's Generation Dance Studio in Moses Lake, said she and her co-captains looked up to Kaylee Stein as a good example when she was with the Mola Hyatt's team.
I just hope that Kaylee feels super loved and knows that we're all there with her, because it's going to be a really hard battle for somebody as young as her.
Allison Heyer, also a Mola Hyatt's team captain, said the Mola Hyatts will show their support through their dance routine for Kaylee Friday night.
Our drill team is going to be dancing with pink palms, and we're going to try and spell out some different signs for Kaylee, and a lot of the stuff that we're doing is just all about Kaylee and breast cancer. We just hope that she really feels supported.
Peggy Earle, the Mola Hyatt's coach for the past 6 years, said Kaylee's breast cancer fight is something she can relate to. Earle's mother died of lung cancer at age 42.
This happening to her right at a time in a young person's life when it's the beginning of their whole life is ahead of them, I think made it really especially tragic and really, hit home. It's never really fair, but it seemed really unfair to hit Kaylee like this.
Earle believes Kaylee has the will to survive.
Kaylee is she's brave and she's strong and she's a fighter, and attitude really matters in cases like these, and I don't know that I've ever seen a better attitude. She's just really taking it in stride and having a positive outlook, and that's really going to help her in her recovery.
Donations can be made to Bailey Hamilton for the Kaylee Stein Fund at 509-760-7972. I'm Jeff Chu for iFiber One News.
The Chiefs play Eastmont tonight at 7 p.m. at Lions Field. Our next story comes from Big Bend Community College, where job seekers were able to connect with more than 24 employers at the college's fall hiring event. Reporter Jeff Chu has the details.
Big Bend Community College's ATEC building was the place to be for those seeking jobs. Employers turned out Wednesday in Moses Lake for the 6th annual fall hiring event. They included Columbia Coal Store of Quincy, Sonico, based at Grant County International Airport, and Lamb Weston of Warden. The annual event gives prospective employees a quick way to connect with employers. Bruce Hers, who works in Columbia Coal Store's Human Resources Department, said the company has a number of openings he hopes to fill.
We're looking for people that are willing to work and work hard and give us a good day for an honest pay and people that are dedicated.
Some 30 exhibitors, both retailers and manufacturers, showed up for the event. While the fall hiring event is smaller than the April Job and Career Fair, it was well attended. I'm Jeff Chu for iFiber One News.
We will be right back after this.
This is Sheriff Tom Jones with the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Each of the people you see here have a warrant for their arrest. If you see any of these people, we ask you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but call us at 509-762-1160 or send us an email at crimetips@co.grant.wa.us. If the person is presenting a danger, call 911. With your help, we can bring these people to justice and make our community safer.
Hi, I'm Angus Lee, the Grant County Prosecutor, and I've spent my entire adult life committed to public service. As a younger man, I fought for our country in the United States Marines, and I was awarded the Combat Action Ribbon and the Purple Heart. For nearly a decade now, I've been fighting criminals here in Grant County. My trial record speaks for itself. I have convictions in over 90% of my jury trials, and I've personally prosecuted the most serious cases, and I've won.
Angus Lee, the proven crime fighter.
I'm Angus Lee, and I approve this message.
Hi, I'm Cindy Carter, your Grant County Commissioner. Currently, I serve the 92,000 residents of Grant County, working with over 700 employees, 11 different labor unions, and providing oversight to an annual budget of $131 million. I have served in this capacity for 7.5 years, working closely with each department and office, reviewing their individual budgets to ensure a balanced overall budget so the county can remain fiscally strong. I'm Cindy Carter. Please vote for me in the 2014 election as your Grant County Commissioner.
Hi everybody, meteorologist Don Morello with you here on iFiber Channel 1 News Weather. Hope you enjoyed your Friday, and I hope you have some good plans this weekend because Mother Nature should be treating us to a delightful weekend, but hope you enjoy it because some cooler, damp, unsettled weather looks to be in the offing for much of the work week next week. An overnight sprinkle could actually start the day tomorrow morning in some areas, but generally nothing significant, just some clouds and a few sprinkles overnight tonight, and then things clear out during the day and looking very nice for the rest of Saturday into Sunday with lower 70s, if not mid 70s. But as I mentioned, better enjoy it because come especially Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, a little unsettled and cooler pattern coming our way. Now currently outside, we're looking at a high and low of 66 and 47 for this past Friday, way above the normal overnight low, just slightly above the daytime high, and again we'll be pretty mild to above normal for most of the work week into Monday as well. 67 and 44 the extremes on this Friday in Moses Lake. Normal overnight low 35 degrees. We'll get a little bit more seasonal by Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week. 64 degrees right now with mostly cloudy skies. The clouds increasing throughout the afternoon and evening, and we're looking for, again, a possible sprinkle overnight tonight with a light west breeze that'll become more northerly, but still generally nothing significant. No big gusts of winds, really. Overnight, we'll see the clouds thicken up in some areas. Most of the moisture today has been west of the Cascades, getting squeezed out by the mountains, but a few sprinkles are now making over the crest, if you will, and moving into the basin overnight tonight with a few sprinkles, and maybe a morning sprinkle in some areas, but generally you see how fast we clear it out. So looking very, very nice during the afternoon. And in fact, Sunday looks nice as well. A few clouds Sunday afternoon, but generally not too bad. And Monday, some increasing clouds as we see the next little round of moisture coming across the Cascades. Again, Monday night, Tuesday. Looking specifically at the state for our Saturday, a much better day for the western half of the state as we see a nicer day for them, and we'll see the inland northwest, some variable clouds to start the day, but then mostly sunny skies, and similar story here in the Columbia Basin. Again, an overnight sprinkle tonight, but generally temperatures very, very nice, not only with the morning lows, but the afternoon highs for mid-October. We're seeing temperatures in the lower to mid-70s. I don't think any of you should be complaining. Looking very nice for Saturday and Sunday as we slide out the 7 days. You can see 73 on Sunday. Maybe a little cooler, a few sprinkles possibly coming into the area on Monday, but more likely coming in by midweek next week. And look at the cooling weather pattern. Hey, enjoy the weekend, everybody. Again, it looks very nice.
What does it take to be the most fuel-efficient, full-line automotive manufacturer? Fuel-efficient vehicles, of course. And at Toyota, we've got them. From Camry and Camry Hybrid to Corolla, the best-selling car in the world, all the way to our Prius family, delivering up to 53 mpg. The great news is right now you can take advantage of financing as low as 0% or cash back savings of up to $1,000, all while enjoying excellent fuel economy. For full details, see any of your Inland Empire Toyota dealers today. Toyota, let's go places.
I'm Daryl Pheasant. I've been your treasurer for 28 years. I take my oath seriously, following the laws consistently and fairly. This complex job depends on experience. Experience to run a $200 million public investment pool. Experience working with state agencies, banks, attorneys, title companies. Experience to know the law and be able to explain it. With reduced staffing, we need a working treasurer. Let me continue working hard for you. Public service, experience, leadership that is unmatched. Vote Daryl Pheasant for County Treasurer.
Moses Lake moved to 9-0 in Big Nine League soccer play with a shutout win over Eastmont. Reporter Sean Wells has the story on the Streakin' Chiefs.
Alicia Overland showed up to play versus Eastmont in a Big Nine conference match. Overland scored 2 goals in the first 12 minutes, putting Moses Lake ahead 2-0 and giving her 27 goals on the season. Twin sister Stephanie Overland tried to make it 3 early goals for the Chiefs, but just missed on an open shot. The Eastmont Wildcats didn't have many chances in this game, as Moses Lake keeper Jeanette Alvarado made some nice saves to keep the shutout intact. McKenna Walker, back in the starting lineup after missing most of the season due to knee injury, knocked in her 2nd goal of the season, putting the Chiefs up 3-0 heading into halftime. Michaela Loudon scored the lone second-half goal for the Chiefs, and Eastmont keeper Kayla Bokma had a couple great saves, including this toe stop to limit the damage. Chiefs knock off Eastmont 4-0 and move to 9-0 in Big Nine Conference play. For Fiber One News, Sean Wells.
The Ephrata Tigers kept their unblemished season record intact with a home win last night.
13 opponents have tried, and the entire Baker's dozen have failed to knock off Ephrata on the pitch this season. The Tigers' latest victim is the Grandview Greyhounds, who went down in defeat 6-0 in Ephrata last night. The number 2 ranked Tigers got first-half goals from Chloe Spencer and Hallie Berryman to take a 2-0 lead at the break. Natalie Hussey scored twice to lead the second-half charge for the Tigers. Berryman and Courtney Klepek added an insurance goal each, and Ephrata moved to 7-0 in the CWAC standings and 13-0 overall. The Tigers will be put to the test Saturday when the 8-2 Cascade Kodiaks come to town.
In other soccer action, it was Othello holding off Topnish 2-1. East Valley blanked Quincy 3-0 on the court and basin volleyball action. Prosser turned back Ephrata 3-2. Othello shut out Wapato 3-0 and Warden down Kittitas in 3 sets to move to 8-3 in Central Washington 2B play. Well, there is plenty of local high school football action going on tonight, so if the opportunity presents itself, be sure and get out and root on your favorite team. Players and coaches will appreciate your support. Moses Lake hosts Eastmont at Lions Field. Quincy hosts Grandview. ACH hosts Wilpinette. You can catch the Chiefs Wildcats game on Channel 1. Sean Wells and Cody Johnson will be calling the live action beginning at 7. We'll be right back after this.
This is Garth Dano. I'm asking for your vote for Grant County Prosecutor, and have practiced law here with my family for 34 years. I care about this county and the people who live and raise their families here. I'm committed to improving our justice system in Grant County so we can all be proud of it. I will hold serious offenders accountable and will work with all our police officers to protect the public. Currently, it takes 3 to 4 years to have a civil trial heard in our courts. I'm committed to working with the judges to solve this unnecessary delay. Please vote for me in the upcoming general election. I am Garth Dano, and I approve this message.
I'm Jacob Taylor, and I'm running for Grant County Auditor. As a certified public accountant, I hold myself to the highest level of ethical standards. As a former assistant state auditor and the current director of budget and accounting for Grant County, I have spent my entire professional career working in governmental finance. Please vote to ensure your next county auditor is certified with the experience and integrity necessary to lead Grant County forward. Vote Jacob Taylor, CPA, for Grant County Auditor.
Welcome back. Our next story is about the new Quincy Animal Shelter that's set to open on Wednesday. The new larger facility includes several upgrades and doubles the shelter's capacity to deal with overcrowding. Reporter Jeff Chu stopped by the new shelter this week and has the story.
So these will be...
Quincy's new animal shelter should open to the public next Wednesday. At 2,500 square feet, Quincy shelter manager Rachel Lewis said the facility upgrades services as well as doubles Quincy's shelter capacity. The new facility is equipped to house 40 dogs and 35 cats compared to 10 dogs and a dozen cats in the other facility, which was overcrowded. Cat and dog rooms are designed to increase adoptions. Lewis said she thought the cat colony and the cat condo rooms were the most exciting improvements.
Animals will have more space to be more comfortable during their stay here. It'll also mean that we'll be able to handle actually all of the animals that need to come in, instead of at times we have to do some rearranging and perhaps even send animals to other facilities because we just don't have the space for them.
The $780,000 facility also comes with a pressure washing system that can more easily wash out the dog kennel area. With the pull of a rubber bone on a chain, shelter dogs can be released to the grassy outdoor run areas around the shelter.
That's a real upgrade from what we had before. We're also very excited about the lighting, the skylights, and the ventilation system in the dog kennel area. It'll make things be much fresher.
With the larger facility capable of handling more animals comes the need for additional food and supplies. That's why the shelter, in conjunction with the City of Quincy Recreation, will host the Hound Around 5K Walk and Fun Run. The event begins at 10 a.m. Saturday at Lausier Park, 1400 13th Avenue Southwest.
Where we're inviting participants to actually bring their dogs on leash and participate in the event. With the novelty race, we have little prize stations at every kilometer, and all the prizes are geared towards the four-legged competitor. We have some tuggy toys and frisbees and bandanas, some great stuff like that.
The event, sponsored by Anytime Fitness and BarkBox, gives dog owners a chance to walk their pooches. Registration starts at 8:30 a.m. at the park, and fees are $10 without a t-shirt, $20 for adults and youths who want a t-shirt, and $35 for adults and youths who want hooded shirts. Lewis said the new shelter is in need of donations of dog and cat food, plus cat litter and other furnishings. I'm Jeff Chu for iFiber One News.
We'll be right back.
Hello, my name is Michelle Jaderlin, and I'm running for Grant County Auditor. So why should you vote for me? I've lived here for 30 years, and for the past 23 years, I've worked for Grant County. I know every aspect of the job. The people at the county know and rely on me, and know I will be here when they need me. The auditor handles a great deal of money that needs to be accounted for by someone who is committed to serving the people of Grant County. My name is Michelle Jaderlin, and I'm running for Grant County Auditor.
Hi, this is Kelly Moore from Moore Furniture. I want to let you all know how excited we are about Sealy's new gel memory foam beds. Sealy has taken memory foam to a whole new level by infusing gel beads into the mattress to keep you from getting too warm while you sleep. They come with a 25-year warranty, and we've got them on our floor for you to try out. We also offer free delivery and in-house financing, so stop by and see us and get yourself sleeping good at night. Remember, whatever you do in bed, Sealy supports it. So come see us at Moore Furniture in Ephrata or find us on the web at moorefurniture.net.
Our next story is about the annual Archaeology Days at the Wanapum Village in Beverly, where kids and adults learned hands-on about Northwest Native American culture. Reporter Jeff Chu joined in and has more.
Eager Central Washington school children learned lessons in Northwest Native American culture during the annual Archaeology Days event. The event took place at the Wanapum Priest Rapids Tribes Village in Beverly. The Wednesday event near Wanapum Dam taught kids everything from Native American clothing, tools, and food to flint knapping and tule mat making. The event is sponsored by the Wanapum Tribe and Grant County Public Utility District. Josiah Black Eagle Pinkham with the Nez Perce tribe in Idaho was invited by the Wanapum to talk to the kids. He explained what he was showing.
Showing the kids some of the things that we wear when we dress up for ceremonies, and explaining a little bit about the various material culture that we have and some of the foods that we use and how we prepare them. And I have been given them or inherited them. Some of them I've made.
Inside the exhibit tent, swarming with kids, Grant County PUD biologist David Duvall stood over 2 big Chinook salmon caught at the Priest Rapids Fish Hatchery. He explained why the 2 male fish ranging in size from 25 to 30 pounds were on display.
Well, today, in today's world, with so many kids playing video games, we think that they're losing some respect for the natural world. And so if we could bring in both some live fish that we have over here in our fish tank and a couple of fish that they can at least see what they're like, then that will hopefully give them a better appreciation for the natural world around them. These fish have done very well the last 2 years coming up the river to spawn. They've come back in very large numbers, and we're very happy for that from a cultural standpoint, from a recreational standpoint, from an economic standpoint. And it's just a really neat thing to see, considering all the obstacles that they have to overcome to both complete their life cycle and continue to reproduce and return back to the river and continue their spawning mission.
While the kids enjoyed the hands-on opportunities that included tule mat making and beading, adults got a shot at Archaeology Days on Thursday. They heard talks from tribal members who discussed cultural perspectives and saw several demonstrations such as basket weaving, traditional hemp stringing, and flint knapping. The 2-day event is open to the public and happens every October. I'm Jeff Chu for iFiber One News.
Just go like this.
Rounding out this week's news coverage is a story on the upcoming Ag Appreciation Parade in Moses Lake. The Moses Lake Business Association is currently accepting parade entries and sponsors for the 20th annual event. Reporter Jeff Chu has the details.
It could be Moses Lake's coldest holiday event, the annual Ag Appreciation Parade and Street Party. At the same time, it's one of Moses Lake's hottest events in popularity. This year's street party starts at 5 p.m. December 5th with the West 3rd Avenue Parade rolling at 7. Moses Lake Business Association representatives who bring the event to town are accepting parade entry and sponsorship applications through November 20th. Last year's Ag Parade drew a slew of tractors, trucks, and farm equipment all decked out in holiday lighting. One serious word of advice to newcomers: dress as warmly as you can. Last year's temperatures dipped down into the teens during the parade, aided by gusting winds. But warm-spirited people pass out brownies and cocoa, plus marshmallows for roasting in fire pits along the parade route. See the Moses Lake Business Association's website at mlbacares.org or call 509-764-1754. I'm Jeff Chu for iFiber One News.
That wraps up our weekend edition. iFiber One News will be back on Monday at 5 p.m. with the latest news from around the Columbia Basin. Thank you for watching.